Creating a migration plan is as simple as clicking on the Export Migration Plan button from any system and then selecting from the options. At this point, we can blend in other data. So if you have details from voicemail platforms, network switches, call recorders, or Active Directory, or even DDI ranges, you can drop these onto the system and select them from the list here. What we can also do is select to look at call login data that may have been captured as well. And this is dependent on having the call login data available at the time of the migration plan generation. We can then select various options, including the ability to tell it how many extension or how many digits we expect in each extension, whether it should remove duplicate directory numbers or any unused columns. And then we can select the type of export we require. Clicking Create Plan generates the new report. The migration plan gives you full details of each of the devices and profiles that need to be migrated. There's a summary shown on the first page which shows you exactly how many records have been processed and the types of devices that it's encountered. It also details what settings have been used so that when referring back to this at a later date you can see which options were selected at the point of export. The devices are placed on their own tab, and each of the devices are shown with the type of device, whether it's in service or not. And this enables you to exclude anything that is out of service at the time of migration. And then a single column for each of the facilities within the system. You'll notice here where it's been blended with call login data that it's showing both the last time the device was used, how many calls in, out, and then breaks them down by geographic, international, mobile, non-geographic, and mobile. Continuing on, we can see class of service information, pickup group membership, any call forwards that are in place, all of the soft keys that are exported from the devices, and then at the end we have a snag list listing each of the issues that might have occurred with this export. This includes Cisco phones not supported on Cisco HCS, duplicate directory numbers, duplicate MAC addresses if it couldn't find a MAC address, and that only applies really if you're looking at network logs, and the same with network info. Highlighting no usage, we've told it to look at CDR data here and it's found that some of the devices have no usage. The wrong group location highlights whether devices are membership or have membership of a hunt group that's in a different location. For instance, if an extension is located in Birmingham but the hunt group pilot number is in London, it will highlight that as a wrong group location. Wrong digit length highlights if the extension number falls outside the length that you've specified. When using HCS solutions, it is quite often a problem if you have extensions that exceed certain boundaries, so allowing you to set that threshold and highlight any issues. Duplicate names, this will occur quite often and usually because it's spare phone or office phone, and this is more of a sanity check. Single member of group highlights any single membership of pickup groups, which is effectively redundant programming. And for Cisco's, it will highlight if a profile has been orphaned. It will also show any mobility users, and the option here to ignore the record is based on the parameters that you specified when you first did the export. All analog devices are split out into a separate tab because in a hosted environment these need to be dealt with separately using some form of gateway device. Hunt groups are broken out with one line per extension to give you the full details, and it shows you the routing method and the type of hunt group. On a multi-location system such as an Avaya or a Cisco, it will also show you where the group location is and where the member location is to highlight any disparity there. Pickup groups are broken out, and also any issues that it detects which you flagged as needing to be highlighted. And here we can see there's a lot of no usage issues.